Hi, this is Joelle, and I am the Viberarian. I am here to elevate, enlighten, and empower. I'm undertaking those things for myself and then sharing that here on my channel and on my pages and presences so that I can connect with others who are also out here trying to elevate, enlighten, and empower their own frequency. So one of the things that I think is a powerful and awesome way to connect with our guidance, our higher guidance, are oracle cards. And as you can see, I have an extensive collection of oracle cards here in the Viberary collection. And my latest deck I'm going to do an in the cards reading with, I just received in the mail yesterday. It actually been in my box for a few days, but I'm just getting to it. So this is going to be a two-part video. First, I'm going to chat here a little bit about the In2It Oracle, and then I'm going to do a pick a card reading and put it on so it's a two-part experience here. So the In2It Oracle, if I'm going to share my screen here, if you'll bear with me, it is the product of the In2It brand, and this particular is the Twin Flame Oracle, and it is a collaboration with Marla Kelly. Now, I sponsored this project on Kickstarter. If you love decks and Oracle artists, there are lots of projects that you can support on Kickstarter. So I happen to follow Twinstrology on a couple of forums. Marla, she's been around a long time. I love her astrology. It's like really very, very interesting. I'm not an astrologer. And she goes really in depth with Sabian symbols, and it's, you know, again, I followed her channel for years. Now, this particular deck, this is the boxing that it came in. You can see there are other decks that they have on their site. You know, one of the artists here is Aria. And so the decks that she has created are very, very beautiful. And you can see on the page, and this is not an affiliate video. I purchased this and supported this myself, but I think it's a very nice product, and you'll see from the reading at the end why. So, you know, here's a little information you can check out. I'll have the links to the website in the description box below this video. And here is Marla's page, Marla Kelly with Twinstrology. She's got a blog and YouTube channel. She teaches workshops and all kinds of things. So this particular deck is a collaborative project between the two of them. So just to show you from a distance, I will focus in on these a little bit closer than when we get into the card part, but as you can see, it is a very, very nice boxing here, very good packaging. It came in an outer matching container, so I'm very impressed so far. A nice magnetic snap lid. And then, of course, we have a small information packet about the two of them and the way that the deck is set up. I'll get a little bit more into that. But it's very simple, like the cards are meant to really have a conversation without a lot of intermediary interpretation based on what you're getting. There is a system to it, and I'll share a little bit about that, but I want to give you a little bit more visual about the deck and the packaging. It does have beautiful, it has in here about information about how to connect with your deck suggestions. And then they also included a baggie of rose quartz, which fits inside of the divided container. As you can see, it's got the ribbon that sits underneath the card, so it makes it easy for you to get them in and out of the box. And then they have this little bag of love that is included with the situation. So I'm very impressed so far. Definitely glad to have invested in this. And so I'm going to wind down this segment, first of all, and we're going to pop over to do the card reading. And yeah, so this is the In2It Twin Flame Oracle, just released July 2021. Okay, be right back. All right, I am back for the second half of this reading. So as you can see from the close-up of the writing, it is, as I said before, a very good box. And this lovely package of rose quartz crystals was included. I wanted to show you how beautiful these were. When I to unwrap and receive with the gift, it was a great little ad for this set. It's a lot, right? Look at these, beautiful. So a wonderful little set of beautiful crystal family here for us to work with the deck and the cards as well. So I love this idea and give it definite points for overall value and sparkle factor. I'm smiling from ear to ear. So the box does have a ribbon in it, so that does make it easy if you can remember to put your cards in with it. This makes it easy to pull them out, kind of like how we do batteries. So of course I did not remember to do that before in my first part. So anyway, here's what the cards look like. And I love this. It has like a letter theme to it and about communication. So in the little guidebook that they include with this, it talks about there are actually 11 categories of cards and then 11 cards in each category. So like patterns, missions, romance, timing and intention, karmic ties, trust. So you'll see from the cards how the themes are represented. The borders also help to tell which particular card you're in or sequence or theme you're in. But it's very simple, and the deck is really meant to, I think, help us to use our own guidance rather than it being like a heavy, dense interpretive thing. They're pretty straightforward, as I'm sure you will see. So again, great packaging, good box here. The cards are definitely a good weight. As you can see, they're not overly, they still do bend and have give. It is 122 cards in this particular deck. And to me, when I first was shuffling the cards, I found it a little bit challenging. I am a shuffler, and some people are hand shufflers. I'm like a integrated shuffler. Everybody has their own method, but one thing, when you do get an oracle deck, go ahead and bless it, clear it, bless it, and align yourself with it. Do some sort of intention activity in order to receive only the purest messages that are supportive for you, that are unconditional love and light. So that these divination tools will be connected to the frequency that's going to be most beneficial for yourself and others. All right, so what I'm going to do here is do a quick reading using a pick a card format. And what I've got here are my charms from All Things Intuitive. I love Chris's things. As you know, I talk about her a lot. But anyway, so what I'm going to do is see what we've got here in terms of like, all right, we've got 4 charms here to choose from. And so depending on which charm you choose, then I will draw cards for each one of these 4. So, oh, there's a 5th one over here. All right, so it looks like this is going to be a longer reading for this part, but I'll try to put timestamps in here so you can skip to the charm of your choice. All right, so let's put a little bit of rose quartz with each of these charms. And I'll try to show each of them a little bit closer as we get to them so that you can pick. I love this little baby right here. Okay, so we have something like a, I don't know what it is. It seems to have a star on it. Let's call this, it looks like a cookie jar, a star cookie jar. We have a sailboat. All right. And I hear Christopher Cross sailing with that one. We've got here a skeleton, Mr. Bones, Mr. and Miss Bones, the skeletons, the bare bones, the naked structure here. And then we've got a beautiful flower-like emblem here. It's almost like the flower of life. And then we have this beautiful tree, which of course the Viberarian, as you all know, is a tree of knowledge that we are all sharing with each other. So I love these options here. So what we're going to do first is draw 3 cards for each of these charms. All right, so the first one up is this little flower pot, star flower pot, we'll call it. I do 3 cards and then whatever's on the bottom for the message. So let's see what this first one says here. I feel your energy around me and I wonder, are you thinking of me too? Okay. As twin flames, we are here to ascend and help others to do the same. This is a mission card. Then we have, our love is eternal. It exists in every dimension and cannot be lost. And this is a union card. And on the bottom of the deck for this one, we have patterns. I want to let my guard down with you, but fear makes me lash out in self-defense. So as you can see, these are pictures and images on these cards. Now, for this particular first message, we had telepathic messages as the first category. I feel your energy around me and I wonder, are you thinking of me too? Let me turn on my autofocus, see if that will help. All right, and then we have under the mission, which is as twin flames, we're here to ascend and help others to do the same. This is a union category card. Look at a beautiful image. Our love is eternal. It exists in every dimension and cannot be lost. And patterns. I want to let my guard down with you, but fear makes me lash out in self-defense. All right. So those were the messages for the first card, and we're going to put these back in and keep going. The next one is for the Sailboat and Christopher Cross. Sailing is what I'm hearing in my little mental clairaudient space. I'm not going to try to sing it. So, all right, let's see what messages from the In2It Twin Flame Oracle for those of you who are picking the Sailboat. All right. What do we have here? First message, timing and intentions category. I'm walking home to you. I'm not sure where I am on the path, but I am walking it. All right. Number 2, romantic messages. I'm tired of being away from you physically. I'm trying to process my fears so I can come back to you. 3, messages about trust. I need you to trust me and believe I am working towards union with you. And on the bottom of the deck we have here, karmic ties. I'm struggling with codependency. I'm afraid to let go of my old coping mechanisms. Okay. Now, what's so interesting is that any message that you feel that you receive through your guidance from your counterpart is also a frequency that you are communicating to them. So I always take whatever the messages are and put myself in the position of the noun, the I position as well, just to see how I feel about that. And if I can work through whatever that energy is saying. Okay, so that was the sailboat, and now we have here Mr. Bare Bones, the skeleton. It's funny because I just saw Coco recently for the first time and was talking with a friend about coming to Mexico for Dia de Muertos at the end of October. I'm sure I butchered the pronunciation of that, but it's October 31st. So anybody who has a little Halloween synchronicity or that this charm resonated with, let's see what messages are wanting to come through for you today. I'm loving the way the deck reads so far. All right. Wow, this one came up again. I need you to trust me and believe I am working towards union with you. All right, so this is interesting because it has a mirror. If there is a trust issue, then it is reflecting an area of distrust within yourself. So seek out any places where you don't have that ultimate faith in your own self and guidance, and then you will not have any problems with trusting on anything else external to you. All right, and then we have here romantic messages. Oh, this is up again. I'm tired of being away from you physically. I'm trying to process my fears so I can come back to you. Okay, this is interesting. Oh, I'm going to shuffle this again after we do it because I think I've got the cluster of the same cards. I'm walking home to you. I'm not sure where I am on the path, but I am walking it. And then on the bottom, yes. Okay, so this is a complete repeat of the last one. Now, I don't think there's any such thing as accidents, so I am going to take this, but I am going to provide an alternate because this is a new deck, and I want to make sure that everything is thoroughly shuffled. But this is a repeat, like deja vu of the last reading for those who picked the sailboat. So let's reset these here again, and let me give it a couple more good shuffles to give our skeletons another chance to get some messages. Give it a couple shuffles this time. That was interesting because I did give it a shuffle. I'll have to go back and watch the replay and see that I miss it completely. All right, that sounds like a good walk right there. And we'll go one more good walk. Thanks for your patience. This is live, and this is what it's like to use Oracle cards. All right, so let's give this the alternate pathway here. I close my eyes and imagine you're here with me. It feels so real. I'm beginning to understand this is what it means to be in 5D with you. All right. I'm sure there's no complaints about getting that message. As twin flames, we are here to ascend and help others to do the same. That's a repeat from the first set of cards, charm. And then mirrors. Our inner children are crying out right now. We both need to comfort them and become the parents. All right, so what is your inner child telling you? Where are your wounds being triggered? Where are your insecurities and fears and angers even coming from? Like, get down to it. All right. Oh, and here's another one with mirrors. Separated or together, we are working in tandem with each other. Wow. So we have two things about that reflection. So as I said in the earlier segment, Always take the messages that you are receiving from your counterpart and apply them as if you would be saying them to the counterpart as well, and see how they fit for you and how they feel. All right, so this was the alternate reading for the skeleton. Now on to the flower, we'll call it the flower of life emblem here. Uh-oh, it dropped all the way onto the floor. Hold on here. All right, so now let's get these shuffled again real good. These cards are getting a nice little run today for this initial in the cards. I like the deck so far. Thank you to the creators for this tool. All right, so here we go for the flower of life. We have, there are subconscious fears affecting our ability to attract love and abundance. The universe is helping us make them conscious so we can easily attract what we want, including each other. This is on timing and intentions. Patterns. I want to let my guard down with you, but fear makes me lash out in self-defense. Again, another repeated message from an earlier charm. And third one, our love is eternal. It exists in every dimension and cannot be lost. This is also a repeated message from the earlier charm. So we've got a collective overlap happening here. And on the bottom of the deck is, I always felt I had a higher calling in life, and our connection brings me more clarity on it. I love it. All right, this is mission. Beautiful cards. All right. So, beautiful for the flower of life. All right, and then last but not least, for the tree of knowledge, the tree of wisdom, the tree that we are all connected through. Let's see what messages there are for this group today. This is the In2It Twin Flame Oracle deck. I'm going to give it another shuffle. All right, here we go. What is the first one? I'd long ago shut down those parts of me that wanted love, romance, and intimacy, but you make me long for those things again. Another romantic message, when I look into your eyes, I see the universe and it activates me. Beautiful. Messages about trust. I know the universe works in mysterious ways, but sometimes I judge this situation instead of surrendering to it. And on the bottom we have here, union. We must remember that we are gods and goddesses and work to embody that energy. Beautiful imagery. All right, so for those of you who picked the tree, that was your pull. I am very, very pleased with the deck today. And thank you for joining me to test it out and to give it a trial run today. I definitely give kudos to the creators for a well-crafted deck, for a high vibe tool. I love these readings and will be using them in the future for myself and for my clients. I definitely give it a 5-star high vibe. High vibe definitely gets my 2 thumbs up seal of usability and approval. All right, to all of you out there, know that the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.